Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to create your own trainers for your PC games using Cheat Engine. Now in order to follow this tutorial you will need some basic knowledge about Cheat Engine and some basic skills when it comes to using it. Namely, you need to be able to find values and change values in a game. It's very basic. If you can't do it just yet, you can learn it in about 20 minutes by following one of my other tutorials that are linked below this video. Alright, so for example, you have a game, and I'm trying to hack my money value right here, so I come up with two values that correspond. One of them is the display value, one of them is the actual value. So you have to find out which one of them is the actual value. If you only have one, then you can skip this step, okay? So I'm changing one of them to 100, and this is actually the real value. That's the one that changes, that is actually the value, and this is just the display value. So if I set this one to 1000, it should not change the actual value, as you can see. So we toss the one that doesn't actually correspond. Let's just see that the upper one is the right one. Yes. So you get rid of the other one, okay? Now, you have the value that's actually your money value in game. That's important. You need to know that's the right one. Alright? So that's it. Now, once you have found this value, you right-click it, and you go for pointer scan for this address. What this will do is it will basically find all the functions that influence this value. Make sure to save your pointer scan. I'm saving it in a dedicated folder. I'm just naming this one 1. You can name it whatever you want, as long as you know which one it is. I would go with numbers because we need to retrace which scan was first and which was later. Okay, so I'm going to 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the way, if you want to actually make a trainer for a game, it'll take a few minutes. You will have to restart the game a few times, but you'll see how that works, okay? So now we are making a pointer scan, and we come up with a lot of results, 500,000. Okay, so these are all the functions that are actually influencing this value. Obviously, not all of them we can actually use to make a trainer. Now, these are pointers. We call these pointers. Maybe you have seen pointers before when using cheat tables. Pointers are basically functions that point to a certain value, alright? So yeah, you'll see what that does. Just make sure you have this pointer scan completed. With big games, you might get a few million pointers actually. I only got 500,000 because this is a very simple game. So now you need to restart the game, alright? That is important because we need to narrow this selection of pointers down a bit. That only works if we restart the game and all the memory spots are reassigned, alright? Because if you have a value in a game, it has an address, okay? This is the address of a value. This is, however, the physical address, okay? That means it's just where on your RAM, on your physical RAM, it is stored. But that doesn't really help us, because that changes every time we restart the game. What we need to find is a pointer that points us to the actual digital value in our memory. But it's very complicated. Just restart the game, okay? I'm gonna fast forward to this. Alright, so now we need to find our money value again. So I'm doing this whole thing again. I'm scanning for 3, new scan. You know the drill, right? You just find your money values again. And I'm using actually speed hack to actually speed this up a bit, because, well, I can. There we go. 4. There we go, a bit higher. And 7, 10. 10, 10, 10, still at 10, 10. So you just find your two values again, okay? So here we are. Now you have your pointer scan right here. You have your two values. You can delete the old one. It's irrelevant now. You just put these two into the table down below again. And now we could either again figure out which one is the right one, which I'm going to do this time. Next time I'm going to show you something else. This is the right one, okay? The upper one is not the right one. It's just a display value. Alright, so it's the lower one. Delete it. Make sure it's right. And there we go. Yeah, it's the right one. Alright. So, what we do now is we copy the address of this value, okay? The physical address right here. You double click it, and you copy it, alright? Or I could do it so that you guys see what I'm doing. Copy it, okay? Now you go back into your pointer scan, and you go to pointer scanner and rescan memory, okay? And then just paste the value, the address in here. And now you just click OK. and you save it as, you know, the next number or whatever you're doing. Just don't save it as the same one, because if we're scanning for the wrong value, you might want to reload the old one. I'm going to show that next time we're doing this, okay? Save. Now the selection is very much narrowed down. Now we have only 28 pointers, okay? If you're doing this right, your number of pointers will be decreased very drastically the first time you do this. So from 500,000, I'm now at 28,000. So now we repeat that, and I'm going to fast forward through this again. Obviously, you need to reassign Cheat Engine to your process between restarts, okay? So fast forward. Alright, and so I'm now going to show you how to find out which one is the right value without actually changing it. Maybe you will run into cases where both of them will actually change the value up here, or your money value, or health value, or ammo value, or whatever. So you copy the address of the first one. I hope this one is the wrong one, okay? For demonstration purposes. And then you just make a new scan. Save it as 3 or whatever number. I need to, what am I doing? 3 point. Okay, very good. There we go. And actually that was the right one. Okay, so that's not too convenient. But so if you had done this wrong, you could just go back and open the previous scan, okay, to reset that. So now if I am doing this wrong, if I take the wrong value, the wrong address, okay, if you maybe you have more than just 2 pointers, 2 addresses, and you go to rescan and you save it as a higher number, yeah, and I'm just gonna save this 3. Actually, I'm going for 4. Okay, save. Okay, then you get no pointers. If you have gone with the wrong address, then you get no pointers. Get it? What you do then is you open the previous file open. You open your previous scan, which is 2 in my case, and you take the next address, okay? And that way, if you get results, that means you've taken the right address. There we go. Saving as 4, yes. Now I have 2 of the same, whatever. So now we have 4 pointers. That's the ideal case, okay? Maybe you get a few hundred with a bigger game. And then you just take samples of it. I can take all of them. If you have more than 100, maybe still 300, I wouldn't necessarily you just basically repeat this process that I've just shown you until you have under 1,000 certainly, and ideally under 100 pointers. Okay, this is a very simple game, so I'm already under 10. That is the ideal case. I mean, if you want to repeat this 10 times, then you'll probably go below 100 or even below 20, alright? So what you do then, if you have 100 values, you take samples, okay? You take like 20 or 50 of those, you just double click them, and they will be automatically added to your cheat engine table right here, as you can see. You just double click about 50 of them. With the bigger game, I am in the very convenient situation that I only have 4, so I just click those. Now we have pointers, okay? That's the stuff you know from cheat tables. Now you can basically close this, and I'm just going to fast forward to restarting the game again, alright? Alright, so now I'm playing again, and my money is at 8. And if I now reassign this cheat engine table to my game, what you will see is that the pointers actually point to the right number, alright? And now you got yourself basically a trainer. So what you can do now is you can rename these pointers to money, and there you go. That's your money pointer. And well, that's obviously my money 2. You can do more than 1 pointers. Obviously, most cheat tables don't have more than 1, but well, why not? Now I have a cheat table with 4 identical pointers, so if one should for some weird reason not be working, I could use another one. And what you can do now is you can save that file as your CT file. That's a cheat table, and that's basically a trainer. There you go. Now you can, if you wanted to, open your cheat table as I'm doing right now, and there you go. There are my pointers. Double click the process, and there you go. And I can change it to 1,000,000 or whatever, and that's a trainer basically. As you can see, unlimited money. Yay! There you go. That's it. That's how you make a trainer. Okay, but what I have to mention as well is that this is a trainer that is for static values, okay? So static values means basically that the values are always in the same place in the digital memory of your computer, okay? There are games that have dynamic values that are only there in your PC memory if you're using them, and we do need AOB scans to find those. I'm just trying to get into this whole trainer making business, so I'm still learning about this, and I will make a tutorial on how to do AOB scanning once I actually learn it myself. Alright, so I should be able to make a video about that hopefully in the next few weeks, but I can't guarantee it that I'll ever learn it, because from what I've heard, it's a lot harder. This will basically work for games that are exactly the same version, if you're very lucky, even for updates, but these are, as I've already pointed out, static values. These kinds of trainers will get out of date, you know, they will stop to work after a few updates, usually, okay? It always depends on what kind of update it is, but usually they stop working after a few updates. But if you have two games that are exactly the same version, this kind of trainer will work. And a lot of CT files and cheat tables, work this way. Alright, you guys, I hope you have fun with this. Yeah, have fun making your own CT files. Here's mine. Yay, I got it on my desktop. And yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you make simple trainers. As I've already pointed out, I will try to make more videos on how to do more advanced trainers as I learn it myself. And yeah, for those of you who need the basics in using Cheat Engine, there's tutorials linked in the description below. Hope to see you guys soon on hackerbot.net, and God bless you.